everyone. Yes, today I have a wonderful topic, a very exciting topic, which is sexuality in the connection with awakening process, consciousness, awareness process. Yeah, that is really, really interesting. And it's just a fragment, of course, from our life, as there are many more fragments, but and each fragment you can look at what you experience there is one-to-one overlayable to the other fragments. It's just exactly the same experience, just different things. Yeah. So I picked out a talk from Eckhart about this topic for you. And yeah, he has a different approach here, and he doesn't go too much detailed into the sensuality of this sexuality in that process of awakening or after you had an awakening moment. And as I told you, from my awakening process that I had 3 years ago, where I kind of got a lot of information inside of me that helped me to completely change from inside out, behaved different in the way I was eating. I did everything, doing sports. I started even doing sports. Movements. I would not even call it sport. It was, my inside told me how to move my body, my arms, my legs, to really, give them a power, to empower my body, to empower my mind, to empower my organs, each organ, each chakra, if you want to call it chakra, or each energy center, or each fragment of my being. Yeah, what is my being in material way and in the energetic, non-visible way. And also in that field, it changed as well, a lot. Yeah, and I want to. There are many things coming into my head now about all this. Also, approaching it from the religious way, from the religious viewpoint. All the concepts coming up in my head that we have, our society concept, our religious concepts that have been pulled over our way of sexuality, of living this, and of behaving and controlling, and with this talk I would like to encourage you to understand or to want, no, not to understand, to want to achieve this state of awareness, this next dimension, this next dimension of living your life. It is kind of another dimension after becoming aware, having an awakening moment or an awakening process. It could probably also for other people happen in a process, step by step, over maybe months, years. Yeah, I mean, of course, but it could also happen quite fast, in a very fast, sudden moment, in an accident, from a hard accident, from something, someone dying very close to you, all of a sudden something happening very intense that is causing a very intense emotion. And it's so funny, but these intense emotions, what does it do? It vibrates, it gets your system into vibration. And what does vibration do? It's like I always tell you, the ultrasonic cleaning process. When you put a metal piece into an ultrasonic bath, it vibrates things away, the dirt away. And that's what's happening with a strong emotion inside of you. Your system gets so high frequency, under so high frequency, that it vibrates everything out that is not right, that is not, that is just the dirt away. And the dirt in this case is wrong, or even are all our society rules and limitations and anxiousness, all these layers of protection layers also. Protection layers, roles that you have been told to live life like, yeah. These are all what I call the dirt that gets vibrated away, cleaned. Yeah, you get cleaned. Yeah, and that's also with sexuality. Then, when you are in that awakening process, I will go into that deeper after Eckhart's talk. I will first of all let Eckhart do his talk about this wonderful question that he got from some person, and he will explain more things into it. So enjoy listening. Make yourself comfortable as usual, as much as you can. So take that me time just for you. Make a cup of tea or a cup of water and a blanket or a cold blanket. Yeah, if it's too hot right now, make it a little bit wet so it's a bit cooler, and then enjoy the talks here. And don't forget to book the free, to get your free gift in the final end of this talk. You will know what it is. Maybe you already do.
And of course, it pulls you towards where it wants to go, which is the final orgasm. That's where it wants you to go. Tantra is an ancient Indian way of engaging in sexuality without losing consciousness, but growing in consciousness through it, bringing consciousness into something that usually would make you unconscious. And the simple thing is to become the observer at any stage, so that let's say the sexual impulse arises for whatever reason, you see something or think of something or someone rather, to bring awareness to it without needing to take it anywhere, to bring awareness to it and just feel it and sense it and be the awareness for it. And if you're with another person, not necessarily engage in the full act of sexuality, but even if it's just a touching, to be aware with that, bring awareness to that, to the sense perceptions, so that awareness arises even as the impulse is there. You meet it with awareness. And that's a beautiful spiritual practice, and then you don't always need to take it to the end. You can actually enjoy it more than when it takes you over and makes you unconscious. I called it an addiction. It really becomes a true addiction when it takes over your mind, and then you compulsively seek sexual partners, in which case it really pulls you towards more and more unconsciousness, and becomes it's one of the ways in which the mind seeks fulfillment and never finds it. And that's where the song implies, I can't get no satisfaction. And then you need the next fix. It can become a true addiction in the conventional sense, like a drug. It can become that. If there's a sexual impulse, let's say you look at a man or a woman and there's a slight sexual impulse, you can just be with that. And that's the beginning of Tantra. Don't need to go anywhere, or don't need to go up to that person and say whatever your pickup line is. But just be allowed to watch the beauty of it, the male form, the female form, and be aware. And at any stage, bring awareness to it. This applies to anything that tends to make you unconscious, any strong urge. If you like, let's say, overeating, if that is your urge, if you can bring awareness to the impulse of wanting to eat before acting on it, that is Tantra too. Anything that usually pulls you to unconsciousness, when you bring awareness into it, you actually use it in your growth of awareness. The very thing that before made you unconscious can then be used and make you more conscious. So if your impulse is to overeat, and in the middle of the night you find yourself, without you knowing it, you got up and your hand is on the refrigerator door, and in that moment you wake up, truly wake up, and feel the urge to open the door and take out the chocolate cake, then you can observe the impulse inside you, and you can sit down for a couple of minutes and feel this urge to indulge in the need to take something in, and feel it fully. And you may find sometimes it subsides as you bring awareness to it. It begins to subside. If it doesn't subside, maybe you still have to eat the chocolate cake, but at least there was some awareness and if you bring awareness into the eating, because it's only you really overeat when you lose awareness. If you eat consciously, we have Janine here who wrote a book about it. She could talk to you much better, explain it much better than I can. So bring awareness to the act of eating, then I believe, I've never actually had the problem of overeating. I've had other addictions, but that wasn't one. If you bring awareness to it, the desire to overeat, I would say, would quickly subside if you eat consciously.
Yeah, thank you very much, Eckhart, for your way of explaining it. And as Eckhart also said, it's applicable for each fragment of your life. Yeah, the way you eat, the way you have sex, the way you talk to communicate, the way you live your life, the way you do your business, you are with your colleagues. It is overlaying over all fields of life, this awakening process. Yeah. So, to go deeper into that topic of sexuality here, as we all know, we have all these limitations and all these guidances how to behave, like all the rules that we have of being a family, of raising up children, of being in a partnership. It's all told how to do that. And now I come to the depth of this. Why is it so? Why do we have these society rules? These rules anyhow? Why isn't it just the way that it wants to flow through you? And then we come to our right brain half again, that is producing anxieties, fears of not having enough, of not being loved, of not being able of not being good enough. And from that field of not having enough, from that field we created society. We told, by that creation process, we assumed, we were planned to live a less intense emotional way, less emotional intense, because emotions feel quite when you are very sad or very angry or very, even when you are very in joy, but I think the reason was not because someone was too much in joy. It was more that people got too much into anger and sadness and depression and all these negative feelings that we call negative. And to avoid them, we created all this. Instead of learning to live with emotions and to understand emotions in the way that we understand what is behind such an emotion. And the behind of the emotion is what I said in the beginning, that causes thoughts of I'm not good enough, I'm not loved, I'm not as good as someone else or something, or I cannot achieve this or that. And it comes all from the sentences of putting you down, of down putting beliefs. And if we would have, rather than creating rules to not having to feel these feelings, rather would have gone deeper into what is causing and how to change that there, that would have been so much more healthy, joyful, natural, for all of us. That would have been the right path for us, but we didn't take it. We stayed at the surface of these things, saying, oh, I don't want this. Oh, how can we do that? Oh, she is not allowed to have another lover. She is not allowed to, or he or she is not allowed to love not just me, but love someone else as well. This cannot be. Yeah, this is what then occurred in a way. Yeah. which is traumatically wrong. Completely wrong. Now I didn't go into the sexual act itself, but I will come to that as well. I just want to open you more to go deeper behind such feelings, behind all these feelings. And when you become awakened, what happens is you connect so completely deeply with everything, with everyone, and with everything, that there is no you, me, him, her, she. There is also no it is hers, it is mine, it is yours. It all goes away. You will see that no one and nothing belongs to no one and nothing, and it's all one. We are all belonging to each other, and everything is belonging to everyone. And that scale, I mean, I know we have had these periods of time where flower power times, where this was lived through an extreme to have sex with everyone and just completely freak out and just become crazy about. I mean, but that's not the conscious way here. That's the party people just being completely out of mind. No. To be aware is to have it all completed inside of you, to have all accepted. Your mind, your soul, your body, that everything is vibrating in a coherent way. It's all having the same opinion. Your whole system is completely vibrating in that frequency. I try to give you different ways of explanations because I don't know how you approach best way of understanding. So you can use the vibrational state that everything vibrates coherent, and that is so fulfilling because you feel it in each cell of your body. You feel this aliveness. You can call it aliveness, you can call it vibration, you can call it joy, and you could call it awareness, completely 100% awareness, being here, being in that present moment, living that present moment with this. Because then you are so completely connected to your feeling, to your being. And when you are so connected to your being, you are automatically completely connected to everything around you. You bring yourself into the frequency, the state of being, the awareness, to feel everything and everyone very much more sensitive than you did before. It's like you're tuning your system into acceptive mode, not interrupted by any other thing. I hope you could connect to some parts of this saying, and you will experience each part, each field of your life more intense. I let you now go into your day or your evening, your night. Maybe you meet your partner now, or maybe you make an appointment with him or her, and maybe you go ahead and experience what I tried to transport over to you here through my talk and through my information for you. As this is what I mean with the connection. While I'm talking, I'm completely connected to the ones that listen to this talk here. And I'm sharing my vibration with you here. It's like when someone is yawning in the room, you are also yawning, and this way you can also let yourself, if you are open enough, if you, as I say in the beginning, always from these talks that I'm doing here, become open, become transparent, translucent for this informations that you can get here. So it can really do something with you. It can really do something with you. That's why I'm doing this here. To bring you into a new vibration and activate something in you. Yeah, activate your cells to vibrate with me. Huh? Kind of vibrate with me. I could say another sentence. To get that sexual feeling together. I do it and you get sexual as well. It doesn't need any visual or anything. It just needs allowance to feel a vibration from outside and allowing it to go through you and activate you too. Enjoy that wonderful time, and look my email up in the channel description. If you have questions, any question, I love that. I can answer on that in my next talks. I can go more deeply into your own questions. And if you would love to have a free coaching session with me, write me as well. And now I want you to remind you of who you are, the wonderful, great lottery win in this life for you and for all the others. Now have a wonderful time, second, minute, hour, just each moment.